Welcome to Lesson 5 in Unit 1, Life in the Rainforest. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, how do living things change the rainforest? In this lesson, students will learn about the problem of the rainforest being cut down. They will complete a classroom scavenger hunt to determine how humans use wood as a resource and use their data to explain how plants and animals change their environment. Students figure out humans use trees as a resource, and this causes changes to the rainforest. Students are introduced to the problem and explain how humans impact the rainforest environment and why we might want to protect it. There are several opportunities for ELA and social studies cross-curricular connections throughout the lesson. You can look for specific standard connections in the Unit 1 Teacher Guide. This lesson will take approximately 4 to 5 days to complete. You'll begin the Lesson 5 Engage by introducing the anchoring problem. You'll ask students what they have figured out about the rainforest so far. You'll then read Zonia's Rainforest. Be sure to use the Read Aloud Guide for discussion prompts and key ideas. You'll then allow students to turn and talk to share their observations and ideas from the book and provide them with the sentence stem, "Now I'm wondering about," to model how we can use observations to develop questions. You'll revisit the driving question board to add new questions and highlight any others connected to the learning goals of this lesson by calling attention to questions about why people cut down the rainforest or how cutting down trees impacts the animals. For the Explore portion, you'll tell students that to help us figure out why people might be cutting down the rainforest, we are going to look for objects that are made out of wood. You can post and discuss the resource vocabulary card. You'll provide students with the Wood in the Classroom Scavenger Hunt student journal page. You'll tell them that, in groups, they'll hunt for things made of wood in the classroom. For the Explain portion, you'll invite students to gather in a circle to share their findings from their Wood in the Classroom scavenger hunt. You'll use the provided questions to guide your discussion around the question, how do living things change the rainforest? The goal of this class discussion is to analyze student data and find a pattern that helps students explain how animals, including humans, impact the rainforest. You'll use the discussion to create the Lesson 5 summary chart. By the end of the discussion, students should understand that if we cut down the trees in the rainforest, then animals lose their homes. During the discussion, you'll read, "Where does our wood come from?" For the Elaborate portion, you'll show students the video of the rainforest, plants, and animals, and complete the summary chart discussion. For the Evaluate portion, you'll have students complete Changing the Environment student journal page. After students complete the journal page, you'll have them use the evidence from the journal page to discuss how plants and animals change the environment. To support student sense-making across the unit, you'll orient them back to the driving question board. You'll ask students, what did we figure out about how living things change the rainforest? And what new questions do you have? By the end of this lesson, students will have constructed an argument explaining how plants and animals can change the rainforest. In Lesson 6, students create models of the rainforest to help communicate about protecting the rainforest. For more information about this unit, visit mysidepartners.com.